Now we have John from Sydney. G'day, John. How are you tonight?
Good, thank you.
Good. Go ahead. What's your question?
Mate, I'm an accountant that actually prepares the accounts for quite a few self-managed super funds, and I've just got a bit of a question in regards to that. What we've got is we've got a couple of funds that are in pension mode, and in particular there's one where one of the members is 58 and the other member's 64. They're both working. They contribute their super contributions to other super funds outside this self-managed fund. They set this self-managed fund up and they put in 450 each of undeducted contributions. So this pension has basically just contributed undeducted contributions to the fund. Basically what's happened, so they're drawing a pension out on that with the TRIS. What we do, they then recontribute their pension drawings that they've taken back into this fund. Okay, based on that, the auditor's telling me they don't have to pay income tax based on the earnings for the portion that they've contributed back into the fund, if you understand what I mean. He's saying you can just turn that straight into pension mode as well and not pay any income tax on that. Is that true?
Mate, I would suggest that you would have to have some of it sitting in accumulation mode to actually be eligible to accept the contribution. So, yes, you can take it out, but if you're consistently putting it in and out of pension mode, I don't think that's going to be exactly ridgy-didge by the auditor. Adam, what's your thoughts on this one? You can certainly recycle, okay, can't you?
What'll happen is you'll end up with a number of pensions, not just one. So you've got the existing pension which is set up and established.
But you can't do it every time you contribute, can you?
If you're earning, you can start a new pension with that contribution amount. But it's minutes documentation every time you do that.
Yes, but if they're employed by an employer earning a salary, that has to go into a super fund as they earn the money. Unless they're self-employed, where it can, a concessional contribution can go in as it's being earned. But if they're self-employed, it's got to go into the lump sum.
I think he said there, I'm not sure actually, because it was pretty long, but John, but I think that John was saying that their current salary goes to another fund.
They're recontributing the pension payments back into the fund.
So they're only contributing
not the salary payments.
So they can do that annually, can't they? No problem at all.
Yeah.
But you just end up with a single pension, another pension for each year.
Multiple pensions,
yeah. It's going to be very good for the accountant. So John, you should get a lot of work from this because there'll be a lot of pensions.
John, did you have another comment to add there, mate? Are you still on the line?
Basically, does it have to be in accumulation mode for a certain period, or can you just contribute that straight to pension mode and therefore not pay any income tax?
No, you can't, mate. Unfortunately, you can't contribute straight to pension mode. Part of it must be in accumulation mode. That was my point, that you'd be setting up multiple pensions, which you can have, which is going to be a field day for the accountant, but it's not going to be the best thing probably for the client. But what you can do, I suppose, you can roll out of pension mode, consolidate in accumulation mode and then put it back into pension mode. So for other viewers that are very confused about what we're talking about here, the superannuation system is very flexible. So if you started a transition to retirement income stream, you can stop that. And so too, if you're retired over 65, you can actually take your money from pension mode and put it back in accumulation mode. You'll pay 15% tax and possibly 10 or 15% capital gains tax, so there's disadvantages, but you don't have to draw it down and you can move your monies in and out. So listen, it is a bit of a field day for the accountants, John. Plenty of work there for you, but probably not necessarily in the best interests of the client. So did you want to add anything else there?
Well, I guess it depends on the size of the contributions back as well. If they're reasonable contributions and you're going straight into accumulation and the next day basically starting the pension, then it's probably okay. But again, you've got to watch out, make sure the advantages from the lack or the less tax outweigh the advantages, the disadvantages of more administration.
Yeah, absolutely. John, any confusion there? Contact a local member from SPA, that's the Self-Managed Super Fund Professionals Association of Australia, of which Adam and myself, are you a member, Ken? You are, we're all members, there you go. It's a great organisation and great education and all those sorts of backups that we need as professionals in this industry. We are also challenged, viewers, by all of these changes to superannuation. We're only human after all.